Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Williamsport. Getting ready for high school volleyball here on Antietam Broadband. The Williamsport Wildcats hosting the Clear Spring Blazers this evening. Glad to have you with us. Mark Keller and Letty Wilkes with you. And, well, we talked about Williamsport. We saw them last week against North Hagerstown, and one of the things we talked about was this tough stretch that Williamsport was going to be going through, facing North Hagerstown, Smithsburg, and now Clear Spring here tonight. They've come out 0-2 so far in these, so what do the Wildcats need to do to get back on track here against Clear Spring tonight? What did we see last week that they can build on in this match tonight?
Well, I think coming off of 2 losses, they're definitely going to be hungry tonight taking on this match. But again, I mentioned it last week, anytime you lose a match, it's a time to get better and reflect. I would think some things that they're going to talk about is getting their block more together. They started in the North High match with their block really on point, and as the game went on, it faded away a little bit, as well as serving Clear Spring aggressive and maybe defensively being there more so they are more in system, meaning when they're defending the ball and they're getting their digs up, that they can actually run an offense. So I think they probably at practice have discussed that. I didn't see the Smithsburg match, so I don't know what that consisted of, but definitely coming off the North High match, hopefully building that together. They have a little bit more offense than they did the last match we saw them play against North.
And we really saw them push, the Wildcats push North in the first set of that match last week, and then North kind of took over in that match. Williamsport losing Monday night to Smithsburg 3-1 in that match. Clear Spring, on the other hand, coming in on a 3-match winning streak, having beaten James Buchanan, Jefferson, and Walkersville since their third loss of the season a couple weeks back against Boonesboro. Clear Spring, a 2-time defending state champion in Class 1A, lost some players from that championship squad last year, but some experience back. Kayla McCauley, Skylar Plant, Addison Ziegler, all big players for them last year in that state title run, and now continuing that this year.
Yes, they definitely have players that know how to win. They've been to the state championship. They've played throughout the season. They've worked together. They have that team chemistry. Clear Spring always has this team dynamic that they always work really hard and they always find a way. And that's just been their little glitch playing. So, and they're always put together. They always have a plan, and that is probably going to be put into play tonight in this match. So Williamsport's definitely going to have to make them work hard. And then, you mentioned a couple players that are returning, but Addison Ziegler, she's a lefty, and that's always a hard person to defend. So I think they're going to probably be cued in on her a little bit, but I'm sure there is a game plan to put her into the game tonight.
Okay, we're going to send it over to Bob Parcelletti. He has Clear Spring coach Jess Custer over with him right now. Bob, take it away.
All right. Hi, we got Jess Custer here. This is the beginning of, I guess, a proving time for you guys. You're going through the gauntlet now. You got North after this and Smithsburg. Is this where you guys try to find out more what your work is?
Absolutely. Yeah, we definitely have, not that the teams we haven't played already have been great competitors, but we definitely have the strengths of Washington County to come here in the next, tonight and then next week. So yeah, typically we try to find our groove and make sure that we're playing our best volleyball by the end of October.
People go nuts when they look at a record, and 7-3 is good, but there's losses there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So does that mean are you guys looking for the best possible record, or to be ready for the playoffs?
Well, I've never coached an undefeated team. I've never coached a perfect team, and I don't expect my girls to be perfect ever. So you learn from your wins, but you learn even more from your losses, and I think that they build your character, they build your strength as a team, and since everybody does make the playoffs, record is not typically something that you focus on, but it's getting to play your best and getting the girls to groove and embracing their roles as best they can going through this next 2 weeks.
Last couple weeks ago, I guess you got a nice little honor as Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
What does that mean? How do you feel about that?
It's always great, I guess, to get those things, but it was very unexpected, and I'll tell you, if I didn't have the kids that I coach and the coaching staff that I have, we wouldn't be as successful as we are. So I can't take all the credit for that. It's nice to be appreciated, but it's a group effort.
Okay. Well, good luck tonight.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Bob, and thanks to Coach Custer as well. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, Bob will talk to Williamsport coach Karen Hampton as well. And stay with us. We'll have more volleyball to come here. Williamsport taking on Clear Spring tonight. High school volleyball brought to you by Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda.
From Hagerstown Kia. Fall into the savings during Hagerstown Kia's model year-end event. Get a Kia Telluride 4.99% for 72 months, or the Kia Sportage 2.99% for 66 months. Drive away in a Kia Forte 4.99% for 72 months, or the Kia Sorento 2.99% for 66 months. Fall into the savings during the model year-end event at Hagerstown Kia. Are you tired of living with water that is causing rust stains, hard water spots, or bad smell or taste? With S&L Water Solutions, you'll know from your initial call that your water is our priority. We offer well pump services, water testing and treatment, and salt delivery. No water or low water pressure? We fix that too. Let S&L Water customize a complete water system for your specific needs. Just because your water's clear doesn't mean it's clean. Locally owned and operated. Call S&L Water Solutions for an in-home estimate today.
Running the bases, it's more than just about speed. It's about agility, endurance, and resilience. But injuries can slow you down. At Meritus, we specialize in keeping athletes at their peak. From prevention to recovery, from rookies to professionals, our team of experts are here to keep you at the top of your game.
Welcome back to Williamsport High School, getting set for high school volleyball action here. Williamsport hosting the Clear Spring Blazers here tonight. Getting ready for action. Glad to have you with us on Antietam Broadband tonight. And if you're watching us on YouTube as well, also glad to have you with us there. We're getting ready to send it over to Bob Parcelletti. He has Williamsport coach Karen Hampton. Go ahead, Bob.
I have Coach Karen Hampton here. When we talked the other day, we were talking about going into the gauntlet. Now you're coming out of it. What have you guys learned through it all?
Well, I think there's been lots of growing pains for us this past week, and I feel like the losses are tough for sure, but we have used those as opportunities to continue to build and grow in what we're doing.
In the two matches that you had between Smithsburg and North, you guys had really, really tough first games. And this kind of sends a tone, I guess. You responded, I guess, in Smithsburg pretty good, and you had a hard time after North. What have you guys, how do you look at that?
Well, I think we have to take the closeness of the game and the competitiveness as our ability, right? We know that we can do it. So to build on that, we have to really focus on our mental toughness and minimizing our errors. I
asked Jess the same question. You guys go to play for the state tournament around here all the time. How important is win and loss record compared to being ready come tournament time?
I mean, it all matters. It all matters for sure, but I think the losses, as tough as they are really good opportunities for us to get better. And I think that's what we're trying to maximize. When that happens, that's our goal, is just to let it be a learning opportunity so we can grow.
Okay, well, good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you, Bob. Thank you, Coach Hampton, as well. And it's something we talk about all the time when we talk about the Washington County schools, and it's almost unheard of for a county team to go unbeaten because the competition is so tough within the county.
Absolutely. Washington County volleyball, it's history. It's been for years. And they're ready to compete against each other. And the great thing about our county being so strong is when they get into playoffs, everybody from all the other counties know when Washington County come, they better be ready because they're bringing good playing. So, but it makes it hard when you're playing in matches like this during the season. But the kids need to understand that it's actually getting them prepared for playoffs. And Coach Custer even related to it in her venue interview that everybody goes to playoffs. So this is their time to work on things, because when playoffs, you lose, you're out, so.
A reminder, our live coverage tonight being brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia, the dealers that make it easy. Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda wish much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's match, the schools that they represent, and their surrounding communities. we mentioned the experience on Clear Spring's side as well, and what these programs do. We talked about it with North Hagerstown last week, the players that they lost, but now these new players have stepped up, and we're seeing the same thing with Clear Spring this year. Players like Shelby Koenig, Olivia Smith, who's a transfer from Williamsport, and Casey Custer, a freshman for Clear Spring, all making big contributions for the Blazers already this season.
Absolutely. The older ones each year, you're more prepared. You know what your plan is for your season, that your coach is prepared. And then the freshmen just buy into the older ones. So they jump right in and they're training them. They don't know any difference. So when the older ones are doing, the young ones step up and adapt very quickly. And I'm sure Casey Custer, being a freshman, putting kills on the board and doing the things that she's doing from looking at stats, she's gotten the flow pretty quick. So every year, every kid gets better. If they have some type of athleticism and volleyball talent, the next year you're going to see a little bit better progression. A lot of these kids, in today's world, a lot of these girls are playing year-round. So they're just going to keep developing and getting better for their high school season.
It's always fun to see when these talented players move on, when they graduate, how the programs in Washington County are just able to keep things rolling.
It's a building. It just keeps building. The middle school programs build, and it just carries on to the high school. It's happened in this county a long, long time. So I'm older, and I played in this county, and I started when I was really young. So it's still showing today. So it's pretty cool. A lot of people don't understand volleyball in Washington County, and I've experienced volleyball all over the country. But this is still a good place for volleyball.
All right, we're going to take one more break before our match starts. Stay with us. Williamsport and Clear Spring yet to come here tonight. High school volleyball brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia.
When you need someone who will come through no matter what, someone who will go the extra mile, Cumberland Valley Heating and Air specializes in the installation of residential and commercial heating and air solutions. 24/7 emergency service delivers our promise of getting you the help you need when you need it. We're the tri-state experts in heating, air conditioning, and above all, comfort. Cumberland Valley Heating and Air. It's hard to stop and train.
Now's the time to advance your future through USMH. 5 universities, 1 local campus, all in downtown Hagerstown. For nearly 2 decades, USMH has served as the premier regional higher education center. And with more than 16 programs, USMH can help you achieve your educational goals with flexible scheduling, small classes, and state-of-the-art facilities. At USMH, we believe everyone should have access to an affordable education. Apply online at hagerstown.usmd.edu.
The Washington County Health Department Tobacco Education and Enforcement Program extends its heartfelt gratitude to these vigilant guardians of public health, to our esteemed tobacco retailers who've successfully passed their 2024 compliance checks. We applaud your unwavering dedication. Your commitment to refusing tobacco sales to minors not only upholds the law, but also fosters a healthier and safer environment for our entire community. Thank you for being the shining example of responsible retail practices.
Looking to buy or sell your home? At Real Estate Innovations, we do more than just list and sell real estate. Since 2009, our agents have been offering detailed knowledge of local communities, housing trends, and the overall real estate market. With offices located in Frederick, Hagerstown, Greencastle, and Spring Mills, we have you covered. Call us at 301-745-1500 to connect with one of our real estate experts.
When ambition meets opportunity, success has a sound of its own.
5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Clear!
How does your future sound?
Get more from your debit card. Your First United Bank & Trust debit card can earn rewards points on all your purchases, online or in-store. Paying is easy and secure with contactless capability and card controls that you manage. When you add your card to your mobile wallet, you tap into even more convenience.
Pay the easy way every day and get rewarded with the First United Bank & Trust debit card. Visit mybank.com or visit your local office to learn more. First United Bank and Trust, banking for a better tomorrow.
Get phenomenal financing and the best inventory in over 4 years. It's time to fall into savings at Hagerstown Honda. Right now, get 0% financing on the Honda Prologue, the first all-electric midsize SUV from Honda that seats up to 5. Hop into the Honda Accord and get 3.9% financing for up to 72 months. And the Honda CR-V with 2.9% financing for up to 36 months. Or choose the Honda HR-V Sport, 3.9% financing for up to 48 months. Come fall into savings at the dealer that makes it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
If I was the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Fall into the savings during Hagerstown Kia's model year-end event. Get a Kia Telluride 4.99% for 72 months, or the Kia Sportage 2.99% for 66 months. Drive away in a Kia Forte 4.99% for 72 months, or the Kia Sorento 2.99% for 66 months. Fall into the savings during the model year-end event at
Hagerstown Kia.
Are you tired of living with water that is causing rust stains, hard water spots, or bad smell or taste? With S&L Water Solutions, you'll know from your initial call that your water is our priority. We offer well pump services, water testing and treatment, and salt delivery. No water or low water pressure? We fix that too. Let S&L Water customize a complete water system for your specific needs. Just because your water's clear doesn't mean it's clean. Locally owned and operated. Call S&L Water Solutions for an in-home estimate today.
Running the bases, it's more than just about speed. It's about agility, endurance, and resilience. But injuries can slow you down. At Meritus, we specialize in keeping athletes at their peak. From prevention to recovery, from rookies to professionals, our team of experts are here to keep you at the top of your game.
When you need someone who will come through no matter what, someone who will go the extra mile, Cumberland Valley Heating and Air specializes in the installation of residential and commercial heating and air solutions. 24/7 emergency service delivers our promise of getting you the help you need when you need it. We're the tri-state experts in heating, air conditioning, and above all, comfort. Cumberland Valley Heating and Air. It's hard to stop a train.
Back here at Williamsport High School, getting set for high school volleyball action. The Williamsport Wildcats hosting the Clear Spring Blazers here this evening. Clear Spring coming in with a 7-3 record on a 3-match winning streak. Williamsport sits at 5-3 on the season. The Wildcats have lost their last 2. Dig Pink night here tonight at Williamsport. A tradition here in Washington County and all over, really, as the schools and the teams honor those who have battled cancer. Brief moment of silence prior to the national anthem, where the teams honored those who have lost the battle against cancer, as we're underway here now.
So it started off, Clear Spring did a good job of serving aggressive, getting Williamsport out of system there, but they definitely handled it and had a rally there. So I think this match is going to definitely be back and forth rallying tonight. Addison Ziegler there for Clear Spring. They're going to be the one that they're going to cue in on getting her the ball. She's a lefty. That's really hard to defend because it looks so different to the eye when you're out there playing. Most everybody's a right hand dominant. So when that lefty comes up, it's just a change, and it's very hard to defend. But Clear Spring is definitely going to try to get her the ball. I mean, we've seen this for years, and she's definitely somebody to reckon with on the court for them. Olivia Smith coming back there with a jump top spin serve. That's typically not one that you see. You see more float in today's time just because it's harder to defend, and a lot of girls, it's more of a men's type of serve just because you got to really rip it. But if you get right there and pass, it usually goes right to target. If you see, it did go right off of her platform there when she was passing, but she didn't absorb it well. So if you don't sink your hips and hold your arms out there really tight, the ball's going to take off and have an overpass. And that's something Williamsport definitely doesn't want to do. Again, that same thing happened just there. So they're not absorbing the ball off their arms, and it's shooting up. That one unfortunately went in the ceiling, which is really hard to get a second contact off because you don't know where the ball's going to go. So in this situation, you got to stop a server like this. Most of the time, it stops because they miss their serve.
4-1 now, Blazers. On your screen.
I think she's had about four serves on a run there with an ace to end that one.
Four straight points for Olivia Smith. The Clear Spring in the bright pink jerseys on the right side of your screen. Williamsport in the,
there they go, Elizabeth.
In the darker pink.
She got a Elizabeth Warren there, absorbed that one a lot better. And so the ball did go to target. So they had an opportunity to actually put an offense against Clear Spring. They got a pass, they got a set, they got a hit, but then Clear Spring returned. So in this situation, the best thing to do in serve receive right now, as you see Williamsport lined up, they need to make an adjustment and they need to call a timeout to try to maybe get her out of sync. Usually that's what happens.
Yeah, there's the missed serve.
But good to, if you're going to miss a serve in the game of volleyball, it's much better to miss out of bounds because you're at least allowing the other team to have to make an opportunity to say, is this in or out? If you hit it in the net, it's just an easy point for the other team and what we call rally scoring these days. So everybody gets a point after every mistake. You know, the opposing team's going to get that point if you make that mistake.
Elizabeth Warren now serving for Williamsport at 3-6.
Good serve on her part. So she got Elizabeth Warren. She did this at North. She got North out of system. She just got Clear Spring out of system. Somebody had to step in and try to set, and she got called a double, which means her hands weren't even, and the ball comes out kind of crazy.
And another one off the ceiling.
Lydia Smith, they threw a back row attack to her, kind of like we saw last week with Cadence Doolin. And she's got that top spin type of attack. She really can turn her wrist over on the ball, which creates that top spin on that ball, and it forces the ball to go straight down. That's her thing. You can tell from her serve and from her back row attack. Which that also requires a lot of strength and power and a lot of wrist movement to get that ball to actually do that, to create that top spin motion on the ball.
McKenna Murphy now serving for Williamsport, 5-7. In set number 1 here tonight, best of 5.
Good attack there and a good dig from Williamsport. So Williamsport is running a 6-2 offense. So McKenna Murphy just came in back there and served. She is now going to set. And Emerson Shank, who was setting on the back row earlier, she is now an attacker on the front row. So they're running that 6-2. And it looks like Clear Spring's one on a 5-1. So they have one setter.
The Wildcats serving now 6-8. It's Catherine Warren in service there.
I'm sorry, I will go back on that. Clear Spring is actually running a 6-2 as well. So they have 2 setters and hit all 3 hitters on the front row. That means when a setter runs a 5-1 and they're on the front row, they really only have 2 hitters. So both teams are running a 6-2 offense. Good hands there on that block from Clear Spring.
It's Olivia Smith who puts that one away.
Williamsport their block was a little off there, so she just hit right in that hole of that block. If you saw that replay there, she definitely went right in between both of those girls that were up in the air.
Casey Custer's serve into the net. The service back to the Wildcats here at 7-10. Eliana Schwartz with the serve.
It's a good block. That was a good serve. They got Clear Spring out of system. Their setter couldn't get there. Olivia Smith had to try to better it, and they just tried to roll it over, and Williamsport blocked. So they did their job for sure.
Takara Sumlin with that block and the point for her, and service going back to the Blazers. 11-8. It's Callie Hose on serve now for Clear Spring.
I've referred to this before, but a setter has a really hard job on the court. And depending where the pass puts them, sometimes they have to make a really hard set. And a lot of times in high school, you see them make the easier set because it feels comfortable. They set to the closest person to them sometimes when they should set furthest away from them. And sometimes that puts the hitters in a rough, tougher situation because they can't make their full approach, do their footwork to get there explosively to the ball. And I've seen that here a couple times in the match tonight already. They're making a set that they feel comfortable with when they should make a little bit harder set to free up the hitters a little bit, but they're setting the person closest to them and they can't get around the setter, which makes it really hard to make a full, explosive, hard attack. And that's a learning thing in the age. As you develop as a player, that's really hard to understand. And again, setting's a hard position. I referred to it last week. They got to try to see all their hitters where they are and see the blockers and see what the other team is doing and then make the right set to try to fake out the block. That's a task at itself right there.
Another little run here by the Blazers, now up 14-9. With Malia Shingleton serving, another freshman in the lineup for Clear Spring.
Well, they definitely have two freshmen on the court. So they definitely had to jump in like we talked about before and learn the game. You know, it's a faster pace. High school or middle school to high school, that transition, the game's a lot faster, and then high school to college is a major transition in pace of game. Good block by Clear Spring. They're definitely working together there, putting up that block. Using their middle in transition, which we've talked about before. You want to use your middle during rally play. Williamsport had a great tool there off that block. Again, a tool is when the block is up and the ball ends up hitting their hands and going out of bounds. You could see on that replay there that Hannah Small had a great tool against Clear Spring. Free ball. Hannah Small ready to go up at the net. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, she got it.
Quite a save there by the Wildcats.
Yeah, Elizabeth Warren definitely stuck her arm out there and got it to go. I think she was doing a little bit of a prayer as that ball was going over the net. That's an exciting momentum shift there. That's a big play for Williamsport in a match against a team that you really match up well with. So that's big for them right now in this set.
Gets them back to within 2, 12-14. We'll take another look at that.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even think she got it. Addison Ziegler was ready to go on that one. Great attack. Sometimes it's a good hit.
Yeah.
And that's a challenge for a coach sometimes too. Your team's set up and they're in the right position, they're ready, they did everything right, and it's just a good attack. There is such a thing as they're gonna get a kill. Hannah Small up and ready. She's doing a good job playing over there tonight for Williamsport.
Now 16-13. And it's Olivia Smith back on serve for the Blazers.
Williamsport has to make it a focus to get a stop on this. Again, they got to sink their hips to absorb that ball a little bit better, and then it won't take off so much. But they had a great return there, so a server like that, a player like that, you definitely want to get them off the service line fast. It has to be an immediate side out, or they're going to roll some points, like she did when she her first time up to serve. So that was really good on Williamsport's part there to get her off that service line. And they know what she's going to do. They played with her, so. At the same time, a lot of these kids know each other's tendencies because they play with each other in the off season.
Right.
So they kind of know somebody's tendencies. Double contact there called on the setter. So when the official calls two, that means basically their hands are uneven. Your hands got to stay even. They got to be really giving. So the ball comes out really soft, and unfortunately that time her hands were misplaced, so the ball came out really crazy. So that's going to get a double contact every time, get a call on that.
Well, they had gotten the Wildcats back even, but on that side out, it's now Clear Spring up by 1, 17-16.
Good pass there from Williamsport. Good coverage off the block there. Hannah Small hitting the block, but her team covered her. That's really important that when your hitter is going up to hit and there's a block, that you're there behind them to recover the ball if it is blocked. And Williamsport did a good job of covering there.
Nice kill that time from Casey Custer. Gives the Blazers a 2-point edge here in set number 1.
Aggressive serve there by Clear Spring. So that was a great serve. They got Williamsport out of system, and unfortunately defensively there, I don't know if there's miscommunication, but there was a hole and they just let the ball go in the hole. So don't want to let that keep happening there.
Right.
You at least have to have somebody going for the ball. I'm sure there'll be some discussion about that. Nice tip there by Addie Ziegler. So that was a really smart play on her part. So hitting is all about strategy too. She tends to go up and hit. She's bringing her thunder behind the ball most of the time. But she got everybody back on their heels, so she went for a tip there and she scored. So you got to mix it up, especially when you're a hitter like she is. Good roll shot there by Casey Custer. Just getting it in play. She was set a little bit inside, so she couldn't get really the best approach on that, meaning her footwork to get to the ball. So she pulled off a smart roll shot, which means you just kind of roll it over the net, and she found a place to go with that. That's a good adjustment for a freshman.
Timeout taken here with Clear Spring holding a 20-17 lead in set number 1. As I mentioned, best of 5, play to 25 in each set. First United Bank and Trust proudly sponsors Washington County Public Schools Falls events. First United Bank and Trust, banking for a better tomorrow. We appreciate the support of First United Bank as they help to bring you live high school sports coverage throughout this fall season. 2 more sports events coming up for you this fall season. After this volleyball match, we're back with you again Thursday night, October 17th. And we'll see these Clear Spring Blazers again taking on North Hagerstown at North Hagerstown. Go live at 6:45 for that one. Hope to have you with us. Let's get back to this one. Casey Custer.
She's got another shot there. She was a little off balance 2 times. Her first set that I referred to before that timeout, she was too far in. That time she was too far out, but she's making adjustments to find a shot, to find the court. So that's very smart on her part for her age. And again, having when you're running a 6-2, you have 2 different setters. So sometimes you have somebody different setting you. That's hard to get that flow too from a hitter perspective. And for a setter, sometimes you're setting different people. So they all have to work together.
Point to the Wildcats, and now trailing by 2, 19-21, with Catherine Warren on serve, and that is long. 22-19 Blazers. And it'll be Custer serving here.
I think they thought that was going long, and it landed back in that corner. It was a great shot, a great attack there at a great spot. That's a hard ball to defend going down that line, and it landed right on that line on that replay you could see.
Perfect placement there by Skylar Norris. The Blazers get a break off of the net there.
Yeah, that's one of those that you always thank the net for helping you out there. That's just a lucky situation. So in that situation right there, that was kind of what I was talking about earlier. They got the ball up, and McKenna Murphy ended up setting Emerson Shank, but she was right there. So in that situation, you might want to set outside or get yourself in position. You can set another hitter, just because Emerson Shank there did not have an opportunity to actually get a full approach and a good swing on that ball. And another hitter might have a better opportunity.
A kill by Olivia Smith puts Clear Spring at set point here. And Malia Shingleton comes in to serve. We're going to have a timeout here.
This is when you're in your timeout right now and you're Coach Custer, you say, just put the serve in play for game point. We're not going to go out there and try to, you don't want to miss game point serve.
Well, tonight's live coverage of high school volleyball is brought to you by Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda, the dealer that makes it easy. Hagerstown Kia wishes much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's match, the schools that they represent, and their surrounding communities. 24-21, Blazers lead it here in set number 1. It'll be freshman Malia Shingleton waiting to serve.
Good pass by Williamsport. Good attack.
I thought that was clearly Williamsport's point, but it seemed like there was a little confusion as to.
I think Clear Spring thought that they got it up, but I think the ball was down. Sometimes you just keep going on with it. Refs are pretty good, but every once in a while there's a miss in there, and you put your hand down, and if it feels like the ball went off, you just keep playing. So I think they were trying to get them to say that the ball wasn't down.
Cats within 1, 23-24.
So in the same situation, that just happened there for Clear Spring. The setter went ahead and set Olivia Smith, and they were in the same area. So these setters, they're younger, but they need to be more aware of where their hitter is. They're setting a person that's standing right next to them, and then they can't make a strong attack. So I'd like to see them maybe vary it up a little bit and utilize all their hitters, and sometimes that requires making a hard set.
Set number 1 goes to the Blazers, 25-23. Stay with us. We will have set number 2 from Williamsport High School coming up right after this. High school volleyball brought to you by Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda.
Now's the time to advance your future through USMH. 5 universities, 1 local campus, all in downtown Hagerstown. For nearly 2 decades, USMH has served as the premier regional higher education center. And with more than 16 programs, USMH can help you achieve your educational goals with flexible scheduling, small classes, and state-of-the-art facilities. At USMH, we believe everyone should have access to an affordable education. Apply online at hagerstown.usmd.edu.
The Washington County Health Department Tobacco Education and Enforcement Program extends its heartfelt gratitude to these vigilant guardians of public health, to our esteemed tobacco retailers who've successfully passed their 2024 compliance checks. We applaud your unwavering dedication. Your commitment to refusing tobacco sales to minors not only upholds the law, but also fosters a healthier and safer environment for our entire community. Thank you for being the shining example of responsible retail practices.
Welcome back to Williamsport High School. Getting set for set number 2. This high school volleyball match. Visiting Clear Spring Blazers up 1-0 over the Williamsport Wildcats, winning the first 25-23. We appreciate you joining us here for our live coverage tonight on Antietam Broadband, Channel 6 and 806. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube as well, appreciate you watching us there. Replay opportunities for tonight's match, several of them coming up for you. Thursday night, October 10th, replay at 5 p.m. Friday, October 11th at 10 p.m. And then Saturday and Sunday, October 12th and 13th, replays at 1 p.m. Mention our next match coming up next Thursday, October 17th. We will see these Clear Spring Blazers again over at North Hagerstown High School. We'll go live around 6:45 on that one. And then our final event of the fall season, high school football, Saturday afternoon at high noon from School Stadium. North Hagerstown taking on South Hagerstown. Those two teams get set for the playoffs. Hope you'll join us for that one right here on Antietam Broadband. Mark Keller and Letty Wilkes with you. And Letty, we talked about, and Bob talked to Coach Hampton about it in the pregame. This is three games in a row now, or 3 matches in a row, I should say, that Williamsport has put up a really, really tough battle in set number 1. Another one here tonight. They come up on the short end of it. We'll see how they respond here tonight.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you come against competition in your county that is comparison. It's tough. You got to come out. You got to bring your A game every night. But I would much rather, from a perspective, you'd much rather it be like that than blowing people away. So these kids need to appreciate coming into a game. And it's hard to take a loss. It really is. But they don't understand sometimes how much you gain and how much you get better from it.
Absolutely.
So.
And I think both coaches mentioned that in the pregame as well, that, and
yes.
In my mind as well, and you formerly coach as well, that you can learn more in a loss than you do in a win.
Absolutely, but the hardest part is the mental aspect of the game. They have the ability to do it, but you have to coach them through that. Their confidence drops, their mental aspect of the game. And there's a lot of sports psychology that goes into athletics that a lot of people don't talk about. But, some kids, they're so hard on themselves and they just fall, and you have to keep building them up. But as a coach, too, you have to get them to buy into it. If you don't get them to buy in, then it makes it even more of a challenge. So I'm sure at practice they are using different tactics to get them to come back in and regroup and not be down about it. So, but again, like I just mentioned earlier, when you're not losing to a team, you're losing to a team by 2 points and a couple points. You showed up. So
it's Olivia Smith on serve again for the Blazers. They're up 3-1.
From a coaching perspective, too, when you have a server like that, you want to try to get them to serve right away to jump out on your game. So, you know, I'm sure Coach Custer has a tactic there, too. We got to get her serving. She's one of our best servers. So we want her to start off the game and roll some points on the board. And, you know, in both sets, that's how the rotations and their lineup started. And you, as a coach, you got to adjust your lineup, too, for matchups and who you want to match people up with. And that can be interesting sometimes to determine your lineup, because you got to know what the other team is doing. Sometimes you hold that lineup to see what they're going to do so you can have good matchups.
Cats serving here, tied up 3-3.
They're definitely working hard. Good rallies. They're covering their blockers. They're defensively where they should be. They're working together on both sides. Casey Custer, she had a little what we call a ponytail tip there, so she tipped it right over Hannah Small's back, goes right down your back, and it's really hard to defend that because you almost have to be up on her shoes there to get that ball up. So ponytail tips are definitely easily to score, and that definitely scored right there.
A nice look at it on the replay there. It's Clear Spring now up 4-3. Skylar Plant serving.
Nice up by Elizabeth. That was Catherine Warren, I think. You got two sisters on the team over there. Those are points that are hard to lose from Williamsport perspective there. They had such a great up. They scrambled, and then you lose the point. That's what sometimes can get teams down a little bit. Got to regroup. Nice kill there by Hannah Small. The block wasn't up. She took advantage of that, and defensively. So the defensive players behind the front row, they arrange themselves and adjust themselves on the court to where their block is. And if your block is not set up, then your defensive behind you that are digging don't know where to set up. And then a lot of times, that's how she scored right there. Their defense wasn't set up because their block wasn't where they're supposed to be and how you're supposed to defend around the block. The block takes care of one area and the rest of the defenders behind take care of the rest of the area. So if it doesn't line up right, it's not gonna work out too well.
There's Casey Custer there with another point on a little dink.
She's definitely scoring off of those, that's for sure.
Tries it one more time. And this time Emerson Shank gets the point for the Wildcats. Nope, sorry, they're just going to the Blazers.
I'm not sure what the call was there. Good up by Elizabeth Warren. Back there. So defensively, Williamsport is working really hard right now. They're getting a lot of ups in the back row, but they're not finishing on the front row. So they got to start learning there how to finish that.
And it's Addie Ziegler serving. 8-4 Clear Spring lead in set number 2.
I think they got a little lucky there. She was trying to set the outside hitter, and I think it just happened to go on the other side. So that setter just got a kill, and I don't think she was really trying to do that. You take what you can get, though.
Yep.
Take what you can get.
3 straight service points for Ziegler. She makes the dig there.
Nice swing on the back row there by Catherine Warren. You know, another thing, Mark, as we're sitting here watching both of these teams play, there's some freshmen out on the court that are doing some work. So that's promising in the years to come that tradition is going to continue on. You like to see young kids get out there and perform as well as the older ones.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So it's nice to see, and it's happened on both sides tonight. There's a great attack by a freshman, Casey Custer. You know, she's tonight made some statement. She's made some great shots, but when the ball is there, the opportunity for her to actually attack hard, she's doing it.
And now it'll be her serve. With Clear Spring up 10-5. Nice job that time by Eliana Schwartz for the Wildcats on the block. And now she'll be on serve.
It's a great
for the
serve there.
Wildcats.
She came off with an attack and then came back there with that great serve.
Yeah.
So 2 good plays in a row from her.
7-10, Wildcats trail it.
Nice serve again. It had a lot of float, but double contact there with the setter for Clear Spring again. And that happens a lot with younger setters. They're still developing. They're still figuring all that out. And they're on the move, trying to get their hands right. Again, it's a hard position. All the positions on the court are a challenge, but setters and middles have the toughest road on that court.
Mm-hmm. So it's Callie Hose serving 11-8, Clear Spring.
Good tool from Williamsport. Hit that block. Clear Spring didn't really close completely. Their hands were turned out of bounds, and she utilized that block and scored right off of it with a good tool.
So Emerson Shank on serve for the Wildcats.
Our system. They're definitely going back and forth together on this set. So not had a breakout yet here. So
10-11.
Rallying together. Nice block there by Williamsport. So that middle, they set the middle right out of the serve receive. And I know I've referred to this before. The block never has to move out of serve receive. You want to set your middle more in transition play.
And Olivia Smith gets the kill this time. Gives Clear Spring a 12-10 lead.
She went for a hard shot right there in zone 4, and that's a really hard shot to hit as an outside hitter. Definitely one you want to go for. She definitely got pumped up after that attack. I'm sure she has a little bit different energy for this match.
I was
Coming from used to playing at Williamsport, and then, you know, that's never easy for anybody, but I'm sure it's even more special for her to. You certainly don't want to come in the match and not have one of your best games.
Service back to the Wildcats here at 11-13.
Great serve there, got him out of system. Williamsport needs to use this free ball and put it away. That was a great opportunity there. They tried to run a little bit of a, what you call like a stack play. So the middle hitter went up and they had a second hitter coming behind. Great idea, right tactic. Unfortunately, just a little long there. That was great to see that in their offense.
And Smith's serve is into the net. It'll be Elizabeth Warren serving here at 12-14. Williamsport keeping this one tight.
Good float serve deep in the court, definitely getting them out of system. Unfortunately, they had to send a free ball. I think Casey Cuzler had the right idea there to go deep in the court, but unfortunately it was a little bit too deep. So good for Williamsport, and Elizabeth Warren definitely needs to stay aggressive here on this float serve that she has. a little bit too aggressive that time. But that's what you have to do. You have to be aggressive and serve deep to at least make the opposing team determine if they're going to pass or not.
15-13 Clear Spring. Williamsport keeps getting close, can't get the lead back.
Same thing for Clear Spring there, and they're serving. They're serving aggressive. The attempt there, Olivia Smith had an attempt there to back row attack. Unfortunately, the block was right there. I think it was a little bit of the block and the net on that one. So unfortunately that did not go, but Williamsport's right in this game. Great serve. I think Clear Spring is thinking there was a touch on that, and the line judge did not call a touch, nor the officials saying anything about a touch. I think they're a little upset about that right now.
Temperature rising a little bit here in the gym as this one's discussed by coaches and officials and fans as well.
I think the fans are getting into it.
15 all. Wildcats on serve.
Great job in putting a block up against Addison Ziegler there. That ball got a little tight to the net there from the dig from Williamsport, and Casey Custer was able to just block it down. Anything tight to the net like that is really hard to recover. McKenna Murphy did a good job of being ready in position, but it just wasn't enough there.
Clear Spring by 1, 16-15.
Both teams are utilizing the back row attack. They're just having a harder time putting the ball down. Elizabeth Warren there, she just didn't, or Catherine Warren rather, she just didn't finish her attack with her final of her wrist there, so it was a little long. Which is something you would typically see out of a freshman. So she won't make that mistake too many more times. She's gonna start getting that.
Addie Ziegler with a couple service points here. Has Clear Spring back up by 3. And make that 4 after that winner.
She's a good serve. She's getting Williamsport out of system, and they're definitely having a hard time with it. And a couple times she's gotten them out of system where they've passed the ball up in the air, but nobody can get to it. So, I mean.
For our coverage tonight, brought to you by First United Bank. First United Bank and Trust proudly sponsors Washington County Public Schools fall events. First United Bank and Trust, banking for a better tomorrow. Clear Spring with a 4-point lead here in set number 2, 19-15. Williamsport has knotted up the score 3 different times in this set. 1-1, 3-3, and then 15-15. They have not led since 1-0 of set number 1.
Yeah, they definitely want to come out of this timeout and make a change.
They've been chipping away, fighting to stay in it, but just have not been able to get back into the lead.
Every time they get back into it, Clear Spring takes a great lead on them.
Addie Ziegler serving.
Good attack. They came out of that. That's a great thing for Williamsport. You want to come out of a timeout like that and be able to get the ball back.
Eliana Schwartz with the kill there.
That's the thing about the game of volleyball. That's such a momentum shift. I mean, there's a point on every play for somebody. It's critical that you don't let a team get too many points on you. That was a good better by Williamsport and being out of system to nice block there.
Point goes to the Blazers. Good little rally here, almost a Another nice save.
Yeah, they had a little reach off their block. It's a little communication thing. You want your defenders behind your block to kind of talk to the block so that blocker doesn't reach back, because a lot of times when they reach back, the ball pokes, and then it goes deeper in the court and there's nobody there. So, you know, they should have a little bit of communication back there, say, hey, just you do your block, I'm behind you to get that ball. But I don't think Emerson Shank felt somebody there, so that's definitely why she reached. And it happens. Nice attack by Smith there. She got in the hole of the block and was able to put it away. You see on that replay, she got right in between their hands on the block. That's what you have to do there to score.
Now Callie Hose with a 21-17 lead for Clear Spring. Serve goes back to the Wildcats. Nice job there by Emerson Shank, who will now be serving. 18-21 Williamsport.
Nice block by Williamsport. Good recovery from Clear Spring. And Olivia Smith with the kill there. She's a heavy hitter, so she has a lot of power behind the ball, and she almost hits just like she does her jump topspin serve. If you notice when she hits, she has that wrist snap that she puts a lot of power behind the ball and it goes straight down.
Another point to the Blazers as a timeout is called here. Clear Spring with a 23-18 advantage. In set number 2, Blazers won set number 1, 25-23. Glad to have you with us here on Antietam Broadband. Our live coverage tonight brought to you by Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda, the dealer that makes it easy. Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda wish much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's match, the schools that they represent, and their surrounding communities. Right there at the Williamsport bench. And now Clear Spring, everybody adorned in pink here this evening for Dig Pink Night. Spike Out Cancer. See another sign on the wall here in the gym at Williamsport.
Just a little long there from the middle attack. Right idea, just didn't put the ball in the court. So Clear Spring's going for a game point here, and
it's Malia Shingleton serving again for
nice
the
pass
set.
There by Elizabeth Warren. It's a good save by Clear Spring.
Good rally here. And Addie Ziegler ends the set with the kill. Set number 2 goes to the Blazers as well, 25-18. They're up 2-0. Stay with us. Set number 3 to come right after this. High school volleyball brought to you by Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda.
Looking to buy or sell your home? At Real Estate Innovations, we do more than just list and sell real estate. Since 2009, our agents have been offering detailed knowledge of local communities, housing trends, and the overall real estate market. With offices located in Frederick, Hagerstown, Greencastle, and Spring Mills, we have you covered. Call us at 301-745-1500 to connect with one of our real estate experts.
Fall into the savings during Hagerstown Kia's model year-end event. Get a Kia Telluride 4.99% for 72 months, or the Kia Sportage 2.99% for 66 months. Drive away in a Kia Forte 4.99% for 72 months, or the Kia Sorento 2.99% for 66 months. Fall into the savings during the model year-end event at
Hagerstown Kia.
Are you tired of living with water that is causing rust stains, hard water spots, or bad smell or taste? With S&L Water Solutions, you'll know from your initial call that your water is our priority. We offer well pump services, water testing and treatment, and salt delivery. No water or low water pressure? We fix that too. Let S&L Water customize a complete water system for your specific needs. Just because your water's clear doesn't mean it's clean. Locally owned and operated. Call S&L Water Solutions for an in-home estimate today.
Back at Williamsport, getting set for set number 3. Clear Spring with a 2-0 lead. 25-23, 25-18. Glad to have you with us here for our live coverage on Antietam Broadband here tonight. Also, if you're watching us live streaming on YouTube, glad to have you with us there as well. Remind you of our replay times coming up for this match on Antietam Broadband, Channel 6 and 806, Thursday night, October 10th at 5 p.m., Friday, October 11th at 10 p.m., and then Saturday and Sunday, October 12 and 13, both of those days replays at 1 p.m. And then we remind you once again of our next match. Next Thursday, October 17th, we will be at North Hagerstown High School to see these Clear Spring Blazers once again, taking on the North Hagerstown Hubs. We'll go live at about 6:45 p.m. for that match. Those teams will be tuning up for the postseason. Should be a good one there at North Hagerstown next Thursday night. And then on Saturday, November 2nd, our last sporting event of the fall season, will be a great rivalry game. High school football from School Stadium, North Hagerstown against South Hagerstown. That'll be Saturday, November 2nd at high noon. Hope you'll join us for both of those upcoming sporting events.
Yeah, Mark, I look forward to that game next Thursday against Clear Spring and North. Just watching Clear Spring tonight and us seeing North last week, it'll be nice to see those two play and just see a different dynamic from what Williamsport did with North and see what Clear Spring can do. So it'll be exciting to see that, and it's always great to be in here with you and talk about what's going on in the court.
Absolutely. You know, and it's funny, and Bob talked about it with the coaches during the pregame, you know, and we mentioned Williamsport, you know, having gone through the gauntlet. This kind of ends their run through the gauntlet, but it's just beginning for Clear Spring. You know, after this match tonight, Clear Spring has Smithsburg next Tuesday, and then North Hagerstown on Thursday. So a tough run for the Blazers, but certainly a great way to tune up for the postseason, right?
Absolutely. And the other interesting thing about the teams that we have broadcast is that all three of their coaches all played at Williamsport. So it's kind of interesting, too. It's kind of a neat little thing in history to see a lot of coaches actually come from our county schools. You know, that doesn't happen everywhere. A lot of people don't go back home and you don't provide to their communities, so that's kind of neat to see that 3 out of 1 school are doing that.
Well, and the success of the Williamsport program, well documented, 16 state titles, most in state history. Clear Spring has 5 state titles to their record, including the last 2 in Class 1A and 3 in the last 5 years. So it's been a great run here for the Clear Spring Blazers for sure.
Absolutely. I think that you'll be seeing them in playoffs again for sure. They certainly know what it feels like, so they're experienced when they get to that situation. And you have enough time to get the young ones. Like we said, they have a couple freshmen. By that time, they'll already have all their bad habits, hopefully, out of their system to get to that point. But, yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of Washington County teams in playoffs coming up here. And just, it's almost here, you know, at the end of October, they're starting playoffs.
The Wildcats, once again, can't get that point to give them a lead here. Tied up a couple times, and they'll have another opportunity here at 3-3.
Yeah, every opportunity they get, they need to start, you know, really utilizing that. That's something you think about immediately. Like, they gave us an opportunity here, so we need to push on this and push for some points to get a lead. Because they definitely have, they've been behind most of the, pretty much the whole time. Tight play there at the net.
Blazers lead 4-3 with Addie Ziegler serving.
Good serve, nice pass there by Williamsport. Blocked by Clear Spring. Good coverage from Williamsport, sending a free ball over. There's been a lot of play tight to the net this match. Great tool by Casey Custer there. She hit off the inside blocker. Her set was pulled in and she adjusted, and she didn't really have anywhere to go, to be honest with you, Mark. She was stuck in that block. But she did a good job of using the blocker to try to find a way to score, and that's exactly what she did. And as a hitter, you have to adjust. Not every set's going to be perfect. And a hitter's job is to do something with every set. You know, and if you can't do that, then you're not a developed and a, what you call a good hitter. Good hitters they adjust. They don't complain about it, they just do it. At the same sense, they got to remember that setters aren't getting perfect passes to their target location every time. They might be running and all over the place. So everybody has to do their job in this game, that's for sure. It takes everybody that's out on the court to work together and to make it work. And it's so much body control, and it's hard to do. It's hard to control your body when you're moving and doing all that crazy stuff. So it's a hard sport to learn as a young kid, and it's hard to teach because it is about your body control, and one little misplacement of your hand or your arm or even your footwork creates some problems. Double there on that set. That's a perfect reference to what I was just talking about. Her hands were uneven, she was moving, and she got a double called on her, so.
Skylar Norris serving 6-6.
Great serve there. Two good blocks there from Williamsport. And Casey Custer scores. So again, Clear Spring put themselves in that situation at the beginning, even though they won that rally. They out of serve receive, they set their middle. So I know I've referenced this several times, but the block never had to move. So that's why they got blocked. They did a great job of covering it, but that's something you want to use in your rally play. So it's too quick during rally play to actually block a middle. So that's definitely an adjustment, I hope, going into playoffs and all those areas that they make an adjustment. And that's setter training. That's talking your setter through that process to kind of understand the game there in that sense. Miscommunication there. That's another thing about this sport. It's constant talk.
Right.
Telling each other what's open. Like when a hitter goes up to hit and there's a block up against, the people behind them should be telling them what's open on the court. And they can call out numbers because the court is numbered 1 through 6. So they can tell them like zone, go one, and that means zone 1's open. So they kind of know where to hit. So you can help every player on your team because they can hear something, they can do, do something. So there's so much communication that goes on the volleyball court to help your teammates score, be successful, to know, let the setters know where you're at, you're ready for the ball. Get that high hands there.
Eliana Schwartz serving the Cats. Another point here, 3 straight service points for Schwartz, and the Wildcats have taken that first lead since 1-0 in set number 1. They're up 10-7 now 11-7.
Yeah. Clear Springs hit the ball on the block several times, and they've had some miscommunications, and then that ball, just her platform wasn't there for the pass. So Coach Custer's going to call a timeout here, and we're going to regroup. So I didn't think she would let that go too long.
Still a lot of volleyball to be played. 11-7 in set number 3. Clear Spring up 2 sets to none on the Wildcats. We remind you our live coverage here from Williamsport High School this evening, brought to you by Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda, the dealers that make it easy. Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda wish much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's match, the schools that they represent, and their surrounding communities.
So we'll see, Mark, what comes out after this timeout, see if they make an adjustment, see what happens here, and hopefully Williamsport puts an aggressive serve on them.
5 straight points for the Wildcats.
It's a good pass. They found a way to score, so. Most likely out of a timeout, usually a team regroups and puts it together. They might have even put up, she might have even gave them that, hey, this is the offense we're gonna run and we're gonna try to score here, so.
Callie Hose serving for the Blazers, 11-8.
Nice defensive dig there off Olivia Smith's attack. Catherine Warren up there, swinging at the block.
This hit there from Ziegler sends the serve back to the Wildcats. It'll be Emerson Shank serving at 12-8. Olivia Smith once again.
Yeah, she was right up against that block that time, but she has power behind the ball, and she just kind of beat that right in there. Another thing I'd like to see is that every time they're kind of setting inside. Clear Springs having a little bit of a challenge pushing it the whole way out to the outside antenna. A lot of times you want your outside hitter to almost be to the antenna that's on the net to really push that ball out there. And they're kind of hanging their hitters inside, which means they're putting them in a blocking challenge, but their hitters are doing an exceptional job hitting around that block. Later in the playoffs, that might not be as easy. So hopefully, as they grow and they work on it, practice, their setting can get pushed out a little bit further to help those outside hitters get around that block a little bit more.
A dig there from Malia Shingleton, who's on serve here for the Blazers and has helped them get back even, 12-12.
Good tool by Olivia Smith there. That was a good up by Clear Spring, as Catherine Warren there had a good attack attempt. Another tight play there at the net. We've had a lot of those tonight in this match. A lot of balls hanging right at the top of the net, and somebody's going to go up and just put it down. Was right on the line.
And ties things up again here at 13. And breaks Malia Shingleton's
It's a great
run.
spot there by Hannah Small. She put that right back there in the corner. That's a ball. It's definitely hard to defend.
Kennedy Lawhorn serving. All even, 13 all.
a good swing by Addison Ziegler, and that ball was set right to her dominant hand. So it was kind of what I just talked about a little while ago, where you want to put that ball more on the outside towards the antenna. It was to her dominant hand. That's her dominant side. So that was a great ball for her to swing at. Might not have been the same scenario for a righty, but it set her up perfect.
Olivia Smith with the ace there. Puts Clear Spring up 2, 15-13. And this one into the net.
It's good to see Addison Ziegler this season. She's hitting on the right side. And last year they had her hitting in the middle because I think that's a better attacker and have more availabilities to do some things. So that's good to see that, and good to see that they made that adjustment for her.
Blazers back up by 2, 16-14, and it's Skylar Plant serving. Good rally here.
Yep, they're definitely all going after it. It was a good rally. That was a good point to win for Williamsport. So I've noticed during that rally that both teams' middle blockers went up to block when the setter kind of jumped to set. And the setters on both of these teams are back row. So the middles are getting faked out by those setters. They need to stay down and go up with the hitter. For the setter, when they set from the back row, that would be considered a back row attack, so they can't actually hit. So these the middles need to not let that setter fake them out there. They need to stick with their hitter and go up with the hitter and not the setter.
17-15. With Ziegler serving.
Good attack by Casey Custer. She had to make an adjustment there. I think, Mark, as I've talked about, that set, I think she's so used to that set being inside, that one was actually out, so she had to make a little bit of adjustment. She did. She adjusted. But that comes with time and age and stuff. There's this consistency is a little off, but the hitters are doing a great job adjusting to it. So, and I'm sure in practice they're used to that. So right. They've learned how to adjust and make it work, which again, you have to as a hitter. That was set outside, that's good. And Williamsport did a good job of being up on the block there. It's gonna be hard to hit through that.
16-18 with Williamsport serving here. It will be Skylar Norris.
Nice pass. So that serve receive ball was set right to the middle. Alpha serve receive, and that block, again, didn't have to move. So you got to keep using their middles in transition, not in serve receive. You got to make blockers move. Otherwise, it's like a tall tree
right.
that you're just plowing it right into. So. You know, they have an opportunity. They'll have an opportunity to this is be replayed so they can have an opportunity to watch this before their next game.
Coaches love watching film, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's the best. It's great. It's how you scout. It's how you get ready. How you prepare. But honestly, watching film is great player training, because to tell somebody the same thing over and over, they don't understand what they think they're doing it, and they don't understand until they visually see it. And it's like, oh, okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. Now it makes complete sense. And then the resources and the things that we have in today's times. I mean, these kids have so many resources for film. You can slow-mo it, you can break everything down. It's really neat. We didn't have all these things when I played. I've gotten to use them, fortunately, with my players when I coach, but It's not, it just grows and evolves all the time.
Blazers get the serve back here.
I think this is where we were in the last situation, and Williamsport came back and then kind of let it go.
21-18.
Nice up. Nice attack there. Williamsport, Emerson Shank. Good set by McKenna Murphy there, way to utilize her, and they got the kill and got a point on the board. And they want to be able to roll some points here. It'd be nice to see them get tied up.
Emerson Shank serving, 19-21. Williamsport
pass,
needing to win this set to keep the match going.
Middle attack there off the serve receive. This time she hit it. I think she knew the block was there, but she just hit it out of bounds. So hopefully they can keep using their middle in transition. Olivia Smith there with the kill.
Nice little change up from her. Not going with the power that time. And a timeout here. It's Clear Spring getting set to serve at 22-20. Up 2-0 in this one. Clear Spring hoping to close things out here. And Williamsport hoping to play at least one more set.
It's definitely doable.
I'll remind you once again that our coverage here tonight brought to you by First United Bank. First United Bank and Trust proudly sponsors Washington County Public Schools fall events. First United Bank and Trust, banking for a better tomorrow. As we get set to resume, it'll be Malia Shingleton serving. She's been in this situation a lot here.
Yes, she has.
At the end of sets on the service line. (23-20) Blazers.
I think that was a little bit of hands in the net there on that one. Out of system, a good better there by the libero. Williamsport scrambling to get that free ball over. That tight ball at the net again. That was a good point for Williamsport there. They had two great digs and they were able to get that point. That's definitely a great momentum shift for them, especially how hard they've been working in this set.
21-23.
Elizabeth Warren's definitely working hard back there on the defensive side as Williamsport's libero. They've served a lot of balls at her tonight. She's had to do a lot of serve receive, but that's who you want to pass for the best defender. So I think Clear Spring's trying to call for a touch again, and I think the ball was a little long. It's twice now this match that they've thought the ball had a touch.
Wildcats within one, and now they've tied it up, 23-all.
That was a critical block there. But again, that was serve, receive, and set right to the middle.
Yep.
So you have to make an adjustment. Hopefully Clear Spring can work on that a little bit, because that's going to affect them down the road. Another great block.
And it'll be the Wildcats here with set point at 24-23. Sets go to 25, but must win by 2. Take another look at that last play.
Just went off that block. She was going for it. It was great. It was a great attempt, but a great job on Williamsport for being ready. So Clear Spring's going to want to come out of this timeout and have a game plan and get something done here on the court to side this out. Otherwise, we're going to another set, Mark.
Right, you talk about momentum, and certainly Williamsport has been building momentum here in this set.
They've had some, this whole entire set, they've been gelling just a little bit different and putting Clear Spring in different situations.
So it's Lawhorn serving for the set here. And a nice dink there by Ziegler.
Yeah, I think that, she attacks. She attacks hard. They're sitting on the heels ready to go. But I'm sure that might have been their game plan, because if you look at that replay, Williamsport's defense was not ready to cover that.
It's Smith serving for the Blazers, all tied up at 24.
Clear Spring wants to use this. Nice attack there. Skylar Norris, she was ready to go, and she went after that. It was a great time for her to score.
It'll be Elizabeth Warren serving here now for the set. 25-24.
Good serve. Casey Custer trying her ponytail tip. Almost didn't clear that one. And Williamsport got that set.
The Wildcats win set number 3, 26-24. We will have a set 4, and we'll bring it to you after this. High school volleyball brought to you by Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda.
Get phenomenal financing and the best inventory in over 4 years. It's time to fall into savings at Hagerstown Honda. Right now, get 0% financing on the Honda Prologue, the first all-electric midsize SUV from Honda that seats up to 5. Hop into the Honda Accord and get 3.9% financing for up to 72 months. And the Honda CR-V with 2.9% financing for up to 36 months. Or choose the Honda HR-V Sport, 3.9% financing for up to 48 months. Come fall into savings at the dealer that makes it easy, Hagerstown Honda. Are you tired of living with water that is causing rust stains, hard water spots, or bad smell or taste? With S&L Water Solutions, you'll know from your initial call that your water is our priority. We offer well pump services, water testing and treatment, and salt delivery. No water or low water pressure? We fix that too. Let S&L Water customize a complete water system for your specific needs. Just because your water's clear doesn't mean it's clean. Locally owned and operated. Call S&L Water Solutions for an in-home estimate today.
Running the bases, it's more than just about speed. It's about agility, endurance, and resilience. But injuries can slow you down. At Meritus, we specialize in keeping athletes at their peak. From prevention to recovery, from rookies to professionals, our team of experts are here to keep you at the top of your game.
When you need someone who will come through no matter what, someone who will go the extra mile, Cumberland Valley Heating and Air specializes in the installation of residential and commercial heating and air solutions. 24/7 emergency service delivers our promise of getting you the help you need when you need it. We're the tri-state experts in heating, air conditioning, and above all, comfort. Cumberland Valley Heating and Air. It's hard to stop a train.
Back at Williamsport High School, getting set for set number 4. This high school volleyball match. Williamsport keeping things alive with a 26-24 win in set number 3. Blazers leading it 2-1. And then it will be the Wildcats on serve to start set number 4 here. Glad to have you with us here on Antietam Broadband for live high school volleyball coverage. Brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia. So we get set to start here. It'll be Emerson Shank serving for the Wildcats.
Great serve there. Got Clear Spring out of system, and then there was a communication. I think the setter called help, and then somebody didn't step in to help there. Great to get the first point there on the board for Williamsport. And a deep serve there.
Service back to the Blazers, and it'll be Malia Shingleton once again for Clear Spring.
Nice attack there by Catherine Warren, and a good block.
And a 2-1 lead for Clear Spring.
Nice hit off the hands there. The block was up. She used high hands. So good up there.
Callie Hose with the save on that one.
Definitely reached out there. That's a good attack there in the middle.
Takara Sumlin.
She was up ready to go. There was no block up, so she took advantage of that and had a heck of a hit there.
2-2. Kennedy Lawhorn serving for Williamsport. And Skylar Plant putting that one away for the Blazers. (3-2) with Olivia Smith. Serving.
Addie Ziegler making the defense move there. Tipping again. She's making Williamsport move all over, dive, move all over the place. Good block.
And it's Custer putting that one away.
So that happened earlier to Williamsport, and I think the last time Emerson Shank was up to block and reach behind her, and Hannah Small did that at the time, and I saw Emerson Shank say, "I got that." So that's good that they're communicating, because they're trying to fix that not reaching. It's a sense of not hearing somebody or knowing they're there, so it's an instant reaction to kind of stick your arm out and try to save that ball.
Three straight here for the Blazers, has them up 5-2. And Smith still on serve.
A good save there by Clear Spring. They're definitely both fighting on their defense.
Custer puts that one away. A couple of nice saves by Callie Hose for the Blazers to keep that point alive. And now 6-2, Clear Spring.
Good better by the libero. So Clear Spring's libero, Callie Hose, I was looking for her name there. She does a great job of stepping in as a libero when the setter can't set, and she puts the ball she betters the ball. She puts it up for the hitters so they can actually get a good attack on it, and that's really hard to do. But she's done a great job of stepping in tonight and putting her hitters in a great situation. And that's exactly what happened there with Addie Ziegler. She just put that ball up there for her perfect that she could swing.
Olivia Smith served 5 straight points.
miscommunication there from Clear Spring on that free ball. I think they were trying to run some type of play or offensive play, and it didn't work out to what they wanted it to do. So, but Olivia Smith and that whole series definitely got Clear Spring to put some points on the board there. So see if Elizabeth Warren can help Williamsport get some more points on the board here.
It's a 5-point lead for Clear Spring. And Skylar Plant in the middle that time.
She was up early that time, and the block wasn't ready. So they were successful that time and using their middle out of that serve receive.
And it'll be Hose on serve here. Clear Spring 9-3. Nice job there by Eliana Schwartz. Put that one away for the Wildcats. Get it where they ain't.
That's the name of the game. When there's 6 people covering the court, you have to be very tactical in where you go.
And that one somehow avoided the rafters.
Yes, it did.
And the point to the Blazers.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen that in the, it's like it's always a pinball machine up there once it goes into the rafters.
Yeah,
that one found its way through.
Yep, beats around up there. There's never a way to figure out which way it's going to come down. You've got to be able to react anywhere it goes.
A timeout taken here with Clear Spring up 11-4. We appreciate you joining us here for our live coverage on Antietam Broadband Channel 6 and 806. Also those watching us on YouTube, appreciate you tuning into our live stream there. Replays of tonight's match coming up Thursday, October 10th at 5 p.m. Friday, October 11th at 10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, October 12th, October 13th. Both of those days at 1 p.m. That's replays of tonight's match, Clear Spring Williamsport, coming to you on channel 6 and 806, Antietam Broadband. Addie Ziegler on serve again here for the Blazers. She's been one of the more effective on serve tonight for Clear Spring. And the ball over to the Wildcats on the double contact.
Good shot there. Catherine Warren trying to find that hole, but she definitely made the defense work there in Clear Spring.
Nicely done there by Smith to keep that alive. But
another double contact here. A lot of times double contacts, I've talked about, their hands aren't in position, but it's a lot of times occurs because they're on their move and their footwork's a little bit behind, and then they're not in good position, and then their hands are slow getting up, and then it causes that unbalance of their hands. I don't know how that ball fell, Mark, either. It hit the rafters and just came down right to her arms. So that's twice now. Clear Spring has had fortunate balls in the rafters, and it's worked out for them. Coach Custer here, she's given her server the spot where to go, and that fist means zone 6, which is in middle back of the court. So she's telling her servers where she wants to serve.
nice kill here from Eliana Schwartz, the left-hander for Williamsport. And now she'll be on serve. 7-12.
Nice block there from Williamsport. We've had some good blocks at critical times tonight in this match.
Takara Sumlin, Catherine Warren both there.
That's a good serve.
That one crossed up Ziegler for a moment. Wildcats keep it alive.
They got a little
Keep it
pancake
alive
there.
again.
Yeah, they got a pancake. Yeah, unfortunately, that's a double contact again. I'd say the officials are doing a really good job calling that. They're not letting these setters get by with contact as the game is going on to more happening. So, and that happens as the game goes on and you movement and getting a little tired and frustrated and all those things that come in with play.
Another one tight to the net there.
Clear Springs definitely getting a lead now.
Emma Gladhill serving for the Blazers, 14-8. That one long from Emerson Shank. Makes it 15-8. Set number 4, Blazers up 2-1. Into the net for Clear Spring.
Yeah, she unfortunately when she went to toss that, her toss was a little off on her serve. That's what a lot of times affects a missed serve is the toss is so important, and if your toss goes off, it's gonna affect your serve. Again, when I talked about how everything is body control and this and that, a toss and your serve, it's so fine detailed, and that one little behind your head, too far in front of you, too far to the left, too far to the right, it's going to affect your serve.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that one was a little low and all over the place, so it went in the net. So it's something that has to be practiced every single day. Serving is a very important aspect of the volleyball game itself.
Another miscommunication there by the Blazers, and both Callie Hose and Casey Custer making an attempt at that serve.
Callie Hose is ready to go on that. It hit the ceiling, but she jumped right in there. She's very aware as a libero, and that's probably why she's in that position. She's very aware of what's going on and all over the court in that sense.
Yeah, and just out of bounds. Didn't miss by much.
No, it sure didn't.
16-11 for the Blazers.
The great shot there by freshman Catherine Warren. She hit that in zone 2. She was on the right pin. That's a really hard shot to hit, and if you can hit it, you're usually going to score. So she went extreme cross court for the viewer and up in the front row. So hard to do. She didn't even hit it deep in the court. A good ponytail tip, and she tipped that ball right down their back. That's why we refer to it as a ponytail tip, and that's really hard to defend, and Williamsport definitely wasn't ready for that. You can see on the replay that was a hard ball to defend.
17-12 Blazers with Olivia Smith on serve.
Nice block there from Williamsport. Ready to, they were sitting, wait on Abby Ziegler. That time she was pulled in a little bit, so the block didn't have to go out to the pin. I referred to the outside hitters. We want to set them out to the pin, but on the right side, you want to set them out there as well. And she was inside there, but they're setting to her dominant hand, but she's got to work around the block there.
Nice job
Nice
by
job by
Warren.
Williamsport. Yep.
Nice up by Hose. becoming something of a signature shot for
Yeah, and
Casey
Williamsport
Custer.
hasn't mastered that reaching on the block thing. You have to keep working on not reaching, let the person behind you play it up.
Another nice dig by Hose, but Blazers can't convert on it. The serve goes back to the Wildcats. 14-18.
They're getting an opportunity to, they're chipping away at that, coming back.
And this time it's Ziegler with the finesse move.
Clear Spring's definitely doing a good job of using their tip, the effective way of using what I've referred to multiple times here tonight in the match as a ponytail tip. If they're not pushing it deep enough where the defender can defend, they're literally putting it right over the top of their hands and their head, and it's going right down their ponytail and their back. That's why we refer to it as that, but it's so hard to defend. And I think they've worked on that, and they're mastering it. And that right there is going to carry them through, especially the hitters like Olivia Smith and Addison Ziegler and Casey Custer that have power. You know, you can't power all the time. You got to find strategy, and you got to, once you get a team on the back of their heels, you're going to score. Then once they start cheating up on you, it's a cat and mouse game, you know? So, but they've definitely been successful with that tip tonight.
So it's Addie Ziegler taking the serve here for the Blazers, up 19-14 in the fourth set.
Good block by Clear Spring there. Skylar Norris 3 times in a row. So she went to swing, they blocked her, she came back, she gave a little roll shot, and then she finished there. So that was a great, it was her show. It was the Skylar Norris show, and that a little rally.
And now it'll be her chance on the service line here into the net.
Her adrenaline was going a little bit there, Mark. She got back to the service line, was still excited from that play. That's another thing. When you get back to the service line, you got to take a deep breath. It's something, you have time. It's not something you have to rush. Everything in the game of volleyball is so fast. When you get back there, that's the one time. It doesn't have to be fast. You can take your time and really focus on what you're doing. I think sometimes after big rallies, everybody's excited or your adrenaline's going, all of them at all levels get back there and they just go, and it's like, slow down. Focus.
I think you've talked about it before, kind of, you know, compared it to taking a free throw in basketball.
It is.
Where it's all about mechanics.
It is, and serving is so important. A lot of times teams don't focus on or spend time on serving as much as they should, but it's the hugest aspect of the game, because if you can't serve, you're not going to really do too well.
A couple of service points there for Custer before that one goes out. So now 16-22, Williamsport serving. Looking to rally here and send this to a fifth set.
Catherine Warren there, she got right in the hole of that block. She did a great job of getting through that hole. Again, that's a great attack for a freshman to see that and score. She's definitely got a future ahead of her. I think we had a wet floor here.
Yeah, Kelly Hose.
Well, there's no question about it. She's been all over the floor.
She has been.
She's definitely breaking a sweat tonight, and so kudos to her for getting after it. And, you know, we're in a good time of year where the gym's not so hot, but that can really be a challenge when it's the heat.
Yes.
Summertime and playing. I mean, Olivia Smith there got up and definitely used the middle blocker and tooled them there. She hit that again with power. That's the one thing she does have. She has a lot of power. She's not the tallest. She's springy, so she's got good hops.
Yes.
And then the last thing that helps her, she's got power.
So it'll be Emma Gladhill serving here. Off the net and found the hole. And it's match point now for the Blazers. 24-17.
They get an ace on game point
for Gladhill, and that ends it in 4 sets. 25-17 here in the fourth. The Blazers win in 4. Stay with us. We'll wrap things up here. Bob Parcelletti will talk to Coach Jess Custer and likely a couple of Clear Spring players. All that and more after this break. High school volleyball brought to you by Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda.
Now's the time to advance your future through USMH. 5 universities, 1 local campus, all in downtown Hagerstown. For nearly 2 decades, USMH has served as the premier regional higher education center. And with more than 16 programs, USMH can help you achieve your educational goals with flexible scheduling, small classes, and state-of-the-art facilities. At USMH, we believe everyone should have access to an affordable education. Apply online at hagerstown.usmd.edu.
The Washington County Health Department Tobacco Education and Enforcement Program extends its heartfelt gratitude to these vigilant guardians of public health, to our esteemed tobacco retailers who've successfully passed their 2024 compliance checks. We applaud your unwavering dedication. Your commitment to refusing tobacco sales to minors not only upholds the law, but also fosters a healthier and safer environment for our entire community. Thank you for being the shining example of responsible retail practices.
Looking to buy or sell your home? At Real Estate Innovations, we do more than just list and sell real estate. Since 2009, our agents have been offering detailed knowledge of local communities, housing trends, and the overall real estate market. With offices located in Frederick, Hagerstown, Greencastle, and Spring Mills, we have you covered. Call us at 301-745-1500 to connect with one of our real estate experts.
When ambition meets opportunity, success has a sound of its own.
5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Clear.
How does your future sound?
Get more from your debit card. Your First United Bank & Trust debit card can earn rewards points on all your purchases, online or in-store. Paying is easy and secure with contactless capability and card controls that you manage. When you add your card to your mobile wallet, you tap into even more convenience.
Pay the easy way every day and get rewarded with the First United Bank & Trust debit card. Visit mybank.com or visit your local office to learn more. First United Bank & Trust, banking for a better tomorrow.
Get phenomenal financing and the best inventory in over 4 years. It's time to fall into savings at Hagerstown Honda. Right now, get 0% financing on the Honda Prologue, the first all-electric midsize SUV from Honda that seats up to 5. Hop into the Honda Accord and get 3.9% financing for up to 72 months. And the Honda CR-V with 2.9% financing for up to 36 months. Or choose the Honda HR-V Sport, 3.9% financing for up to 48 months. Come fall into savings at the dealer that makes it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
If I was the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Fall into the savings during Hagerstown Kia's model year-end event. Get a Kia Telluride 4.99% for 72 months, or the Kia Sportage 2.99% for 66 months. Drive away in a Kia Forte 4.99% for 72 months, or the Kia Sorento 2.99% for 66 months. Fall into the savings during the model year-end event at
Hagerstown Kia.
Back at Williamsport High School, the high school volleyball match here tonight. Clear Spring wins it in 4, beating Williamsport 3-1, 25-23, 25-18, 26-24. Williamsport in the third set, and Clear Spring finishing it off 25-17. Mark Keller and Letty Wilkes with you. We remind you our coverage here tonight brought to you by First United Bank. First United Bank and Trust proudly sponsors Washington County Public Schools fall events. First United Bank and Trust, banking for a better tomorrow. We're going to send it over to Bob Parcelletti now. He has Clear Spring coach Jess Custer. Bob, take it away.
Jess, this was very competitive for you guys. It was a good battle.
Absolutely. Every time that we play Williamsport, it's a great battle.
Olivia with her power, and then Casey with her dink. It seems like you got like a fastball curveball thing going here with the two of them.
Yeah, and they are two very smart players. They know when to power it, and they know when to tip it and lay off a little bit. And this was a big game for both of them in a lot of different ways. Like you said, Olivia with her power, rearing back and just cranking it, and Casey finding the holes at the right time. They were on point tonight.
You guys got through the first two, and then you got kind of a lull in the third, and then you found it again. What happened in the third, and how'd you find it to get back?
If I could figure out what happened in the third, I'd be the best coach in the world because volleyball momentum shifts on a dime, and you don't always know why. Sometimes it's a call that goes not your way. Sometimes it's a really great play from the other team, and they take the wind out of your sails. But we huddled up after the third set and decided to come back out just as strong as we did at the beginning. So we got it back.
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. He's going to have a couple of Clear Spring players as well, and Coach Custer looks like she was out there playing in that match. Winded and a little sweaty.
Yeah, well, she's definitely on the sideline coaching. If you watch, she's engaging with the players every second, and that's what good coaching is. So.
She's on her feet the entire match over there
absolutely.
on the
Well, it's hard
sideline.
sometimes. You want to go out there and play, and I'm sure she definitely did.
Okay, we're going to send it back over to Bob Parcelletti. He's got, he's got Malia Shingleton, Olivia Smith
and
Casey Custer. So, Bob, go ahead, take it away.
Hi, how you doing? Congratulations.
Thank you.
What I wanted to ask you about is she hits the fastball, you throw the curveball with that little dink. You seem to get the momentum back in that second game when you started doing that.
I just saw the hole in the block and knew that if I put it there, we would side out, and that's what we needed to shift the energy on the court and just get ahead.
How important was every point in this thing? Because she had the one run early, but everybody was just trading off back and forth. Was it trying to get two in a row to get a lead?
Well, honestly, when the other team is just up and we need the side out ball, getting the tip and just being smart and getting the right play just shifts the energy on our side and lets us know that we're ahead.
You guys got challenged in the third set. They came back and got you. How'd you guys get it back for the fourth?
We just kind of talked about how our energy kind of went downhill in the third set and how we need to just focus on playing together and just play our game and not worry about what's going on the other side.
Okay. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Olivia.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. You got such a heavy ball, especially with your serves. You have a lot of top spin on it, and it seems like you get a lot of them that they bounce off the ceiling. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish with it?
So float serves are the most common serve with women's volleyball. So adding in a topspin, which drops and goes faster, throws them off usually. And an ace is always good. And then if it's not an ace, it's always good to get them out of system, which gives us an advantage.
Then there was a bit of a lull. You kind of went off kilter a little bit, but then you got it back. What was going on when you were missing on the serve?
Like Casey, or with my serve?
Yeah.
I was tossing the ball either too far in front of me or too long. I was contacting it with my wrist usually, so.
Then you, how's it work when she's getting the short stuff and you're getting the long stuff? I mean, do you guys kind of coordinate that, or?
No, it's just kind of like we see something, we go for it, and if it works out, and it's great.
This was a test for you guys. I mean, you're getting, like I said to your coach earlier, this is the gauntlet. Then you go to Smithsburg, you go to North. How good of a first step with this for you guys?
This is amazing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. I feel like we all are just overjoyed right now and excited to go take on, I believe, Smithsburg next.
Yes. So, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Bob, and thanks to Olivia and Casey as well. Fourth straight win for the Blazers here. They upped their record to 8-3, and we talk about momentum within the match itself, but now, they're on a nice little roll here going into Smithsburg, tough part of the schedule.
This match and just the shift and everything that happened in the whole match tonight is definitely going to prepare them for Smithsburg and North, because they have 2 hard matches coming up. But they definitely are putting some challenging situations tonight. They definitely need to talk about some things and make some changes that will be huge to impact against those teams they're going to come up against. But they definitely made some great adjustments, and it was kind of neat to hear Bob communicate with those 2 girls and hear what they had to say. And I think they got it. They kind of have it figured out. So it's good that they're aware and their volleyball IQ is growing, because that's another great thing on the court. Kids got to have knowledge of the game and kind of understand what they're doing to even perform. So to hear them make those answers and not just answer, but to have the answers that they had with some type of strategy, that's good, because that means their volleyball IQ is growing. And when you have good volleyball IQ, that means you're going to be able to perform. And going into these next 2 matches, they have to have some IQ to have strategy of how they're going to beat Smithsburg and how they're going to beat North. So.
And it's a great thing as well. I think it's a kind of a sign of the strength of the program, the strength of all these programs here in Washington County, is that, like you said, they get it. They clearly get it. It's not about individual statistics. It's not about who gets the glory. It's about playing together and getting a win.
Well, and when you start young, you learn the fundamentals. And then after you learn the fundamentals and you grow with the game, you learn tactics and the IQ part of the strategy of the game. We don't rotate around each position and play each position anymore. When you're playing in high school, you're playing a specific position. You got to get to that position, and you don't just play everything, but you need to know how to do everything. And so this area, they start young, and you just keep developing and developing and developing, and this is why we see what we see when we broadcast.
Right.
It's not like this in every state. It's not like this in every county in Maryland. So we're blessed, and it makes it fun for you and I to sit here and do this and see kids playing decent volleyball. Absolutely.
3rd straight loss for Williamsport here tonight, 4th in 5 matches, which is highly unusual for a Williamsport program. They fall to 5-4, but as Coach Hampton said before, you learn in these losses, and Williamsport did not go down without a fight here tonight.
No, they certainly did. They played a good match. They definitely were scrappy. They were working together. They had some great highlight points. So kudos to them. They're going to grow, and they're going to get better. But the thing that they really need to focus on is keep grinding it out every day, keep working on those things that they've been working on, and to not lose their confidence. But that's hard when you want to win, and it's hard when you have the history that they have. Everybody kind of walks in the gym and expects them to win, and no one's perfect. And so these kids need to keep going at it and step up, regroup tomorrow, and get ready for their next match, and just keep working in the gym at practice on the things they need to get better for playoffs, because they're going to be a team in playoffs. Just because they didn't get the W on the board tonight did not mean they did not have a successful match tonight. So Clear Spring made them do different things than North did, and they already got better about some of those areas tonight. They did things better on the court tonight than they did when we saw them last week against North. So they've already grown. So I hope, they can reflect. Maybe they'll watch this match and listen to that and gain some confidence from that. So it's fun to sit and watch them get better and change in a week's time.
Right. Wildcats will look to get back on track next week. They take on Thomas Johnson. We remind you our live coverage here tonight brought to you by Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda, the dealers that make it easy. Hagerstown Kia wishes much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's match, the schools that they represent, and their surrounding communities. And one more reminder that our next match will be coming to you next Thursday, October 17th. We'll be live from North Hagerstown High School to watch these Clear Spring Blazers once again take on the North Hagerstown Hubs. We'll go live at about 6:45 p.m. next Thursday on Antietam Broadband Channel 6 and 806. So for Lady Wilkes, Bob Parcelletti, I'm Mark Keller. Thanks for joining us here tonight. We will see you next Thursday from North Hagerstown High School.